Why she cheated on a nice guy but never a man. And let's just look at things for what they actually are and why things happen. Women don't cheat, gentlemen, because the guy was actually too good. They don't do that. They don't. I think women operate a little bit different, and people just don't understand that. They do it because the guy is actually a little too soft. You know what I mean? They cheat because when they're dealing with someone they're in a relationship with and he's spineless and he's safe, and there was never a part of her that ever felt like she was losing the person. And that's where I think a lot of guys go wrong when it comes to the game, is that she never looked at the guy that she was with as a person of value. And that's exactly why she strayed on and actually dated and was with somebody else. So y'all guys can understand that. You see, most men I know don't want to hear this because they're always taught, you know, I have to be a good guy. I've got to be kind. I've got to be warm-hearted and things like that. And they think that because society tells them they got to be in this bubble and act a certain way, that women have got to actually take the knee and kiss their ass. But it doesn't. The game doesn't work this way. Women don't work like that at all. And we're talking about more on a primal level. Women are very much emotional creatures driven by this thing. And when a person is too nice and too available, yes, she will get in a relationship with them, and yes, she will hang out with them, and yes, she will spend time with him. But outside of that, everything changes. The problem is that for a lot of guys out there who don't even understand the game, is that love means sacrifice, and he will give everything. He will give his time, his energy, his forgiveness, his freedom. And he thinks by doing more and giving more and being flexible to everything that's actually happening, that he is actually going to gain her loyalty. And he doesn't actually gain her loyalty. Basically, he actually kills the sexual tension with the couple. Because without tension, there is no attraction, and without attraction, there will never be a desire in the woman to actually want to desire that man more. And without the desire that a woman is actually looking for, it is at that point, that's when a woman is going to actually look for an exit out, because a woman doesn't want to be with someone like that. So most guys think they're helping her out by solving all of her problems, but she just sees you as an emotional butler, and that's the problem. That's what people don't understand. And when she gets bored, she's always going to seek a way to actually escape what's going on, because a lot of women just don't like living in that kind of a lifestyle. And when a woman actually cheats on a guy, man, she just feels like there's no longer an edge. I mean, the guy doesn't command respect, and respect is always going to be earned by the presence and the standard of the person who is very unapologetic and sets the standard and the tone. And this is what really destroys attraction, actually trying to save something that is actually broken. A lot of guys feel that when a woman is disrespecting him and being mean to him, that he's got to try to work things out and try to make things better. But because the entire foundation in which they've been basing everything on has been built off of her pain and her wants and her needs and all that crazy stuff. And now that she is better and now that she's healed, she doesn't need an emotional crutch anymore. And you were never the guy to give her the thing that she actually wanted. And the thing is, for most of you guys out here, this is where everything falls apart, because a lot of you guys, because you're passive, you're naive, and all these other things, and you want a woman to actually understand you. You want a woman to feel what you're doing and feel what you're talking about. It just doesn't work that way. And this is why a lot of guys tolerate yelling and screaming and a woman being really disrespectful to him, emotionally abusing him and things like that. But this is the guy that doesn't enforce any boundaries. This is the guy that is going to allow a woman to walk all over him. This is the guy that's going to allow a woman to say anything. But let's flip the script to why she'll never do that to a man. because as a man, we just don't try to prove our worth to a woman. There's no woman out there that I feel that I have to prove my worth to at the end of the day. There's never going to be one. And I know that I can walk away from a woman at any time. And if she wants to go by, there's the door. I don't even care. Not because I am cruel or anything. It's because as a man, one thought, one mind, one way. The thing about me, I am very clear on who I am. I understand who I am. I understand how I work. I understand what drives my behavior. And if a woman crosses my line, she's gone, okay? There is no emotional meltdown. There is no drama. It's just me gone. Silence and distance and absent. And that's what she's going to get. Because as a man, one thought, one mind, one way, gentlemen, we just don't act on or move on emotion. We don't do that. Either you're going to follow what I'm saying or I'm going to remove myself away from you. And right there is why, okay, right there is the key, gentlemen, right there to what drives her towards you. It makes her feel more connected to you. And again, I don't write the rules or make the rules for everything. But what I'm saying to you guys out here, I don't date to heal broken women, okay? I don't recruit women who are going to be projects. I just don't do that. Never have, never will. I'm going to invite a woman into my life and they've got to elevate my world. They've got to bring something to my world other than who they actually are. And that's the demand that a man is going to have. I'm not offering to give her a rescue mission and I'm offering to be the standard. At the end of the day, I am going to provide her with comfort, but she has got to realize at any time she can be gone. I'll get rid of her and all this other, just anything. And see, she's not addicted to a person like that because he's this way, okay? The addiction is because he doesn't do the things that the regular guy will do, okay? All right. You know, the thing about a man is that I can forgive, but again, I'm not going to tolerate disrespect. I don't play games, and if you cross the line, that it is over with. We're done, and we're not going to move on. And that's the thing that elevates the game, and that's what makes women lose their minds. So how do you guys move this way? If you're a guy, how do I cheat-proof the relationship that I end with a woman? It's simple. You start by understanding her real needs and not what she says in quotes and not what she says on a dating app and all that other stuff. What you have to do is, as a man, you've got to be able to set the boundary. And the boundary is what is going to be acceptable and what is not. And if it is not acceptable and you cross that line, you are gone. She needs to know deep, deep, deep down that guess what? If she cheats, he disrespects you, or does anything that shows that I'm not cool with it, I'm gone. There is no Dr. Phil's or no marriage counseling or anything like that. Because as a man, I'm never going to look weak to a woman. I'm always going to be a pillar of strength to that woman. Women hate and can't stand a man who is locked onto himself, who sets the standard. The man that doesn't get mad or attacks or gets angry at a woman, no. So the thing is that at the end of the day, we've got to stop being nice, okay? And we've got to start continuing. At the end of the day, we've got to create a standard and we've got to stop being nice, and we got to have an understanding at the end of the day that we are the ones in charge of our life. And the moment that a woman feels like you're not in charge of her life, she is not going to respect you. I'm not saying to yell and scream at her and tell her what she can and can't do, but she's going to know that there are women waiting at the door for you guys. And when she realizes that she can be replaceable, she's going to change her tune. When a woman feels that you can be replaceable, there is nothing in it for them to want to show you submission. There's nothing in it for them to want to show you that, you know what, I want to work with you, I want to be with you, and I want to show you that you're the guy for me. So gentlemen, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know, do you think that you can find it in your heart to stand on your principle and be able to let a woman go. Because the moment you're able to let a woman go, she's going to want to stay. But the moment you try to keep her around, she is going to get sick and tired of things, and she's going to want to leave you guys. Let me know what you guys think, and we would definitely talk to you guys later.